Basketball fans, what a game we witnessed in the NBA Finals. The San Antonio Spurs have officially brought this series back to life. After dropping the first 2 games of the finals, the Spurs walked into Madison Square Garden facing enormous pressure. Another loss would have put them in a nearly impossible position. But instead of folding under the pressure, San Antonio responded with one of its biggest performances of the season. The final score was Spurs 115, Knicks 111, and with that victory, the Spurs cut New York's series lead to 2-1. Coming into Game 3, the atmosphere in New York was absolutely electric. Madison Square Garden was packed from top to bottom. Fans were wearing blue and orange. Celebrities filled the courtside seats. The entire city was preparing for what many believed would be another Knicks victory. The Knicks had already won the first 2 games in San Antonio. They had momentum. They had confidence. And most importantly, they had the support of one of the loudest crowds in basketball. But the Spurs had a different plan. From the opening tip-off, San Antonio played with energy, focus, and determination. They knew their season was on the line. Every possession mattered. Every rebound mattered. Every basket mattered. And nobody understood that better than Victor Wembanyama. The young superstar delivered when his team needed him most. Throughout the night, Wembanyama made his presence felt on both ends of the floor. Offensively, he attacked the basket. He knocked down important shots. He created opportunities for his teammates. Defensively, he protected the rim and forced the Knicks to think twice before driving into the paint. This was the type of performance that reminded everyone why so many people believe Victor Wembanyama is the future of the NBA. Every time New York tried to take control of the game, San Antonio found an answer. The Knicks continued to fight. Jalen Brunson worked hard to keep New York in the game. Karl Anthony Towns battled inside and provided key scoring opportunities. The Garden crowd did everything possible to inspire the home team. But the Spurs never lost their composure. Instead of panicking, they stayed disciplined. Instead of rushing, they trusted their game plan. As the game moved into the second half, the tension inside Madison Square Garden became incredible. You could feel the pressure building with every possession. The Knicks knew they had an opportunity to take a commanding 3-0 lead. The Spurs knew that their championship hopes depended on finding a way to win. The intensity increased with every minute. The crowd grew louder. The players became more aggressive. And the stakes became bigger. During the fourth quarter, both teams exchanged huge baskets. One moment it looked like New York might pull away. The next moment, San Antonio responded with a clutch shot of its own. The game turned into a battle of nerves. Every possession felt like it could decide the outcome. Then came the final minutes. The Spurs made the plays that championship teams need to make. They grabbed critical rebounds. They played tough defense. They executed their offense when it mattered most. Most importantly, they stayed calm under pressure. The Knicks continued to fight until the final seconds. But San Antonio refused to let this game slip away. When the final buzzer sounded, the scoreboard showed Spurs 115, Knicks 111. The Madison Square Garden crowd fell silent. The Spurs had done exactly what they needed to do. They had survived. More importantly, they had changed the direction of the NBA Finals. Now, instead of talking about a possible sweep, basketball fans are talking about a competitive championship series. The Knicks still lead the finals 2-1. They remain in control. But the pressure is no longer only on San Antonio. Now New York must respond. The Spurs have proven they can win in Madison Square Garden. They have proven they can handle the pressure of the NBA Finals. And they have proven that they are not ready to give up on their championship dream. For Victor Wembanyama, this game may be remembered as one of the defining moments of his young career. The spotlight was at its brightest. The pressure was at its highest. And he delivered. As we look ahead to Game 4, one question remains. Can the Knicks bounce back and regain control of the series? Or will Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs continue their comeback? One thing is certain. The NBA Finals are far from over. The Spurs are alive. The Knicks are under pressure. And basketball fans around the world cannot wait to see what happens next. This is exactly what the NBA Finals are all about. Drama, intensity, passion, and unforgettable moments. Game 3 gave us all of that. And Game 4 could be even bigger.